Hey to Z, domain to genus here, and welcome back to another 11 Enlightenments. On this week's episode, koalas. Koalas are marsupials with the binomial name Phascolarctos cinereus, and are the only living species of the family Phascolarctidae, with their nearest living relatives being wombats. This specific name was given to koalas in 1817, or possibly 1819, by Georg August Goldfuss, who later gave it to them again in 1820, and in both cases, Goldfuss's idea for the generic name was overruled because the koalas had already been given one, which we still use today, in 1816 by Henri-Marie Ducretet de Blainville, but Blainville had not given them a specific name because of reasons. It was thought that there might have been two species of koala, because some have grey coats and others have brown. This was thought to show two separate species of koalas by this guy, who called the brown koalas Phascolarctos fuscus in 1820. Brown koalas are now commonly known as Victorian koalas, and were named the subspecies P. c. victor by Ellis Legate Troughton in 1935. With the other two subspecies being the grey New South Wales koala and the smaller, but still grey, Queensland koala, P. c. cinereus and P. c. adustus respectively. There has also been speculation that koalas who live towards the north of Australia are a separate subspecies to those who live in the south of Australia, and that in the late Pleistocene, koalas lived across the whole of the island. In modern times, koalas can only be found naturally about eastern Australia, often towards the coast. The species is arboreal, tree-dwelling, and though the koala is often associated with eucalyptus, they may be found in many other types of trees, although they aren't against ambling across open earth as well. Koalas' diets are made up usually of more than 20% eucalyptus. Eucalyptus has about 700 species which are available to be eaten by koalas, but koalas are so fussy that they normally only eat 5% of said species. But eating all that eucalyptus means koalas don't need to drink so much, since eucalyptus has a high water content. However, they trade not needing to drink so much with not getting to do much, as all the eucalyptus koalas eat creates a low energy diet. This means they sleep for roughly 20 hours each day. Within the average 4 hours that koalas spend awake each day, apparently only 15 minutes are spent socializing. Their methods of communication consist of bellows, often during the breeding season, squeaks, which mature into squawks to show distress, as well as facial expressions and scent markings. Scent markings are one way that koalas mark territory, and males will do so by rubbing their chest glands on tree trunks and urinating. The male's chest gland, which are visible as hairless patches, is one example of the species' sexual dimorphism, where the genders of species appear different in addition to difference of genitalia. Male koalas also have been noted as having more curved noses than females, and are sometimes up to 50% larger than their female counterparts. The gender of baby koalas, called joeys, may be determined from the age of 7 weeks after birth. After this, the joey will open its eyes at 13 weeks and will begin to peer outside the mother's pouch at roughly 26 weeks of age. The joeys may breastfeed for up to around 12 months, as koala milk has, relative to their body size, one of the lowest energy production rates of mammals. Though koalas begin weaning at around 6 months of age, when the mother produces a fecal pap, which prepares the joeys for a diet of eucalyptus leaves. Koalas may live up to 18 years in the wild, and they reach sexual maturity at the age of 3 and 4, females and males respectively, although the male starts producing sperm at an age as early as 2 years old, and their chest glands become functional before that. Though males only begin scent marking once they reach sexual maturity. The koala, as the only living species of Phascolarctidae, may refer to any species from that family. The names of 5 of the 7 genera in Phascolarctidae actually contain the word koala. The 2 which don't are Phascolarctos, the genus of modern-day koalas, and the genus Kubor. Kubor was also the name of an orphan who became a koala in an Aboriginal legend. This legend provides an explanation to koalas' ability to go without drinking water for long periods of time. One extinct koala species, Phascolarctos stertoni, is known as the giant koala. Though not much larger than the biggest male koalas found today, P. stertoni is considered part of Australia's megafauna, albeit a lightweight part. And it is supposedly the largest arboreal marsupial to ever live. It was assumed that P. stertoni was the ancestor of modern koalas. However, fossil records have shown that both lived during the same time, and in the same niche, throwing this assumption into question. The etymology of the word koala comes from the Darug language's word gula. This can be seen in early accounts of European settlers referring to koalas as kula. The generic name of the koala, and giant koala, comes from them being mistaken for bears. It is derived from the Greek Phascolos arctos, meaning pouch bear, which should have been a big hint that they weren't bears, or sloths. The species name of the koala is far more accurate though, as cinereus is Latin for ash-coloured or grey. And with that, this has been 11 Enlightenments. See you next time.